I think when our safety is attacked and when we're being targeted by the government, I think all communities should be doing the same.
That is Chief Michelle Glasgow at the Sipekne'katik Band Office after a Band Council resolution was passed unanimously. It bans 3 Nova Scotia politicians, Premier Tim Houston, Attorney General Scott Armstrong, and Minister of Indigenous Affairs Leah Martin, from the Sipekne'katik First Nation and all community events, including the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation and the upcoming Nova Scotia Mi'kmaq Summer Games. This comes after the provincial government directed police to crack down on cannabis shops that do not operate under provincial regulations. Glasgow says this has left the community on edge.
They're assuming that there's hard drugs being sold out of these shops. They're assuming that it's organized crime. They're just making assumptions. They're assuming that it's a way of human trafficking. They're making assumptions because we're Mi'kmaq, so this is where everything's coming from because we're Mi'kmaq.
But the ban is not just about cannabis. Tensions escalated between the Mi'kmaq and the province last September during a week that included the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation and Mi'kmaq Treaty Day. At the same time, the province passed Bill 127, where anyone blocking forest roads can be fined up to $50,000 and/or 6 months in jail. As Mi'kmaq land protectors were camped at Hunter's Mountain, Unama'ki, to protect the forest from companies clear-cutting. Sipekne'katik Band Councillor Deanne Sack says the province criminalizes the Mi'kmaq.
We celebrated Treaty Day, Peace and Friendship on October 4th, and these individuals are there shaking hands and smiling and doing the photo ops. And on the 2nd, the bill is passed. And in this bill, it's very alarming because they penalized our women, our grassroots grandmothers, for protecting. We're the stewards of the land.
In a media statement, the province claims cannabis shops are part of organized crime and human trafficking. SAC says that criminalizes Mi'kmaq communities and is disrespectful to MMIWG.
They're our sisters, our aunties, our daughters, our grandmothers, our ancestors. They're not just stats. But when they took these stats and lumped them into the organized crime and saying this is what these dispensaries and First Nations communities are doing, that was terrible.
Glasgow says tensions have always been high with the province due to the community's moderate livelihood fishery. Glasgow says the province continues to disregard Mi'kmaq rights.
Right now, our rights are not being protected. We've always been fighting and struggling through fisheries, and there's always been a conflict. But right now, they're attacking us in every direction. And I don't know what it's going to take for them to stop.
Knockwood says the ban sends a message to the province.
I think the message is loud and clear. By them making their statements, they were declaring war on all Mi'kmaq people, on our First Nations. And by doing that, why would we welcome them here?
If the 3 politicians trespass on Sipekne'katik lands, they'll be fined $50,000 each. The provincial government did not respond to APTN News requests for comment about the ban. Angel Moore, APTN National News, Sipekne'katik, Mi'kmaq Nation.